you're at that Library Media Center homepage. These first 3 links all help you get the information that you might need. The first one is for research guides. That's where you go if you've got a big project and we've worked with your teacher to pull together some resources for that project. Next link are database passwords. Many of the subscription databases that we have for you in Arlington require password access. Those passwords are all in this password protected document, which you can access as long as you are signed into Google with your Arlington Google account. Use that school username and password and you'll get right in and you'll see the passwords that you need. This third page that's linked here, the database page, is where we're going to focus for this screencast. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, this is our A to Z database page. As you can see, we've got 36 different resources linked here, and that can really be overwhelming when you just need to find something quick or something specific. So I'm going to give you some ideas about how to search through this to locate the right database for you. As you can see, it's organized alphabetically, and if you do know which database you need, we've got these ABC links here, and you can just click on the right one for you to get to the database you want. If you're not so sure, it is hard to go and browse through link by link because we've got all kinds of different types of databases here. Just looking at the top of the screen, Academic OneFile covers all different topics at a very high level. The articles in this database are written by professors, college professors, for other college professors. So this is great if you're in an AP course of any topic and you need some academic journal writing, this might be a place that you would go. The next one down is a completely different type of resource. America's Historical Newspapers is just what it sounds like. This has newspaper articles from before the Revolutionary War until about the year 2000. It's a nice, easy database to search. It's pretty cool to look through. Totally different resource. Next one, Biography and Context. Again, just what it sounds like, a collection of biographies. Another easy one. And then these three, the 3 Britannicas, those are encyclopedias with a little bit of everything, mostly reference article, encyclopedia articles here that give you little bits of information about all kinds of things. So just from the get-go, you can see completely different types of stuff. So we need some quick ways to sort through what you have. Let's look up higher. I think probably the best way for you to go is to go to all subjects here. We click on this and you can see we've tagged these databases in a bunch of different ways, added labels. Sometimes they're just school subject labels like English or social studies. Sometimes we've added 1 or 2 for projects. Where there's a very popular project, like the whole 11th grade does topic worth debating or topic worth arguing. So we've labeled databases that are good for that project. Or we've given some other labels. Our easiest to use databases are labeled so that if I clicked on that, we could go right to just a selection of databases that are pretty easy to get through. So if you're new to using databases, you might want to start here and then look through to see if there's one that will work for your topic. So there are different ways of sorting with these subjects. Let's take a look. I'd like you to see what social studies looks like here. We have a lot of databases selected for social studies, so that almost doesn't narrow things down very much. Now we can go to that subject homepage and let's see what we see. We've got a best bet selection here. Databases that are labeled best bet are databases that either really focus on that subject. Any kind of history database is going to be a best bet for social studies, right? Or they're databases that we've seen students use over and over successfully for projects in that subject area. So those go in the best bet box. And again, you might want to start by looking at those databases to see if there's one that would suit your needs. Over down the right side of the page, you will now see the research guides that I mentioned earlier from the library homepage, all the ones that are social studies guides. So you could take a look to this side and see if whatever you're working on has a guide related to it. Okay. Sometimes that will be the case, sometimes it won't, but it's always worth a look. And in that case, if you clicked on one of these links, you would find a selection of databases there that would fit your topic. We're going to assume for now that you didn't see a guide here that worked, and we'll just try to figure it out from these best bets. Notice that almost always, as I scroll over a database, you'll see a description of that database pop up. So that's something to take a look at and see if it fits. Global Issues in Context talks you through current issues around the globe, right? Each one of these will have its own description to tell you what you'll find inside, or maybe give you a tip about how to search it. Okay. That's social studies, and that's what a really full subject homepage can look like. Best bets at the top, guides to the right, and then underneath, more databases that are related to the topic but didn't quite make it into the best bets category. So in the case of social studies, that's the majority of our databases fit in one way or another. Let's pick a smaller group to kind of zero in on here. Let's look at current events. So here we are on the current events page. Again, some best bets and then a couple of extra options. I'm looking at what's here, and these are some very different types of databases. Gale Group databases, if I look here, it says there's same-day access to New York Times articles. So if I wanted to search within the New York Times, that would be a place to go. Today's Science news written for students. If I've got a science topic in mind, that's my spot. Let's open up World News Digest. Poor thing is missing its scroll over, and see what's there. And this is the last step that we're going to look at in this screencast, which obviously is exploring one database to see what's available. In the case of World News Digest, we can see we're getting latest updates across the top. And for featured articles, we get quick links to news articles, social media, videos, and infographics. Maybe this is what I need, maybe it's not, but that's the process that I would recommend that you try to find a database that's going to work for you. It all starts with that high school library homepage. Thanks for your time.